Yeah, so David was off roaming in the Orient, as he often does, and he heard a rumor that the October top in crypto and the flash crash was connected to a big shutdown of Chinese money laundering operations. And he asked me to look into it. And I think we believe that the October 10th, 2025 crypto liquidation event coincided with and was possibly influenced by a major law enforcement disruption of crypto-based money laundering networks tied to Southeast Asian scam operations. And we can go into how crypto is related to Southeast Asian scam operations, but first I'll just give you like a brief timeline of events showing interesting coincidences. And just stop me if this starts not making sense. In December of 2020, the Lubian mining pool in China gets hacked for 127,000 Bitcoin. And that's the biggest hack ever. And no one really talks about it. I'm not sure if it's not clear that it was a hack or a seizure, but it's weird. If you type in like biggest crypto heists, biggest crypto hacks ever, the list usually starts with the Bybit hack. The Lubian mining thing is like off the radar for whatever reason. So that's December 2020. July 2024, those coins get moved from the hacker's wallet to another address belonging to the US government. Then October 2025, the Eastern District of New York announces an indictment against Cambodian national Chen Ji. Chen Ji was the guy controlling Lubian. And he was indicted for allegedly laundering billions in BTC and stable coins from scams, funneling it through businesses in New York. And that's why New York brought the indictment, because he was meddling in New York businesses, thus justifying US intervention. And then just as that happens, a massive wave of takedowns, raids, and seizures, they all unfold in several scam compounds all over Southeast Asia. Remember, this is just as crypto is topping. October 8th, you can look at the chart. Bitcoin tops within like 24 hours. And then almost every altcoin on every exchange scam wicks to zero. It was crazy. And silver goes on a 153% rally. Gold makes new all-time highs. Palladium, platinum are also going crazy. And then October 14th, 4 days later, the US admits that it seized 127,000 Bitcoin, which is the exact amount hacked from Lubian, from Chen Ji. But they never reveal who the original hacker was, aka the US government was probably the original hacker. We don't know that. But then in November, China accuses the US of stealing the 127,000 BTC, November 2025, which begs the question, like, why would the Chinese care that the US government hacked a criminal? So basically the timing here is impeccable, and it's kind of odd that no one really wants to talk about it. And if you dig deeper, you'll find out that Chen Ji was running these massive money laundering networks, and it gets into this thing called T-money. And we can get into that. Is this making sense so far?
Yeah. This is definitely making sense. But let me just there's so many little pieces here that are
Yeah.
interesting. I'll just touch on a couple that you briefly mentioned. Could you just get into a little more detail, Lux, about this hack of the 127K Bitcoin? It was brute force, correct? Or
Yes.
is that official, or is that just what we've been told?
That's what Chainalysis and Arkham have determined. And I'm not sure the exact mechanism of how you can figure that out, but that is the general consensus, is that whoever created the wallets for the Lubian mining pool, they used a very amateurish pseudo-random number generator. I think it's called the Mersenne twister. And it's basically a teenager could brute force this in a few minutes on a laptop if they knew how. So it was very amateurish, and it was easy for the hacker to gain access to it.
Yeah.
So this mining pool, Lubian, in 2020 gets hacked for 127K Bitcoin. Just recently, the U.S. government says they seized 127K Bitcoin, and I don't understand the connection there.
Well, the connection is that the coins were hacked from Lubian. They sat in an unknown wallet, not moving for 4 years. And then all of a sudden, they get moved to the US government wallet. And this has been identified by Arkham. You can look at the wallet on Arkham. They've identified it as belonging to the US government. But we don't know who the original hacker is, but it kind of looks like the original hacker was the government. It goes from Lubian to the wallet to the government.